So, welcome to another video, The One Good Road here. Today I am going to be celebrating the new milestone that we just got, which was 5,000 subscribers. And also we're going to be talking about some updates that are happening for me, like behind the scenes of the videos that you see on my channel. And let's just jump into it. So today's date actually is August the 5th, I believe, 2019, and the reason I want to give that timestamp is we're going to be going a bit back in time and giving some context on the points that I want to cover in today's video. The first thing is that we've just got to 5,000 subscribers. I honestly never thought that I would get that number. I find it amazing that you guys decided to subscribe and follow this channel. I don't think on any social media account I've never had that many followers. And I know it's not like a huge number if you compare it to like other people who get 1 million or 10,000 or whatever. To me, it's still significant, and it shows that people are interested to hear the stories and the way I'm creating videos, which is great. That's really great. It still also means that I've got a long way to go. It means that I've still got to develop my editing skills and the way I present stories and the way I script them and yada yada yada. I could talk on and on about that. I am in the Netherlands. I'm doing a filming project for a friend of mine, or some friends of mine, not far from Amsterdam. And the reason I'm getting back into filming, or I've always actually been doing filming, is because I want to develop it as a trade and a skill. Now this is kind of a long journey that I will be taking. It's like the first beginnings. So the second point I want to talk to you today about is these new projects that I'm working on. Recently, as of like a few months ago, I was living in Perth, the city of Perth in Western Australia, and I was making films for people, for their businesses, and sharing their stories online. And it kind of got me thinking that I've been sharing my story all the time on my channel. I'm seeing that The One Good Road is about like my journey, you could say, and I want to now step into creating films for people and sharing their stories, basically. So I've created a new channel, which is kind of odd because I've already made this other one only like 2 years ago, but the second one is going to be about the behind the scenes of how I create these films, share and showcase other people's stories. So it's kind of going to be a long adventure. This is just the beginning. So the reason I mentioned about the timeline of today, I feel that at the moment I'm going through another chapter, another phase, if you will. And I feel that cycling and bikes have been a major role in my personal development, in my story. But I do feel that the time I've been spending literally doing nothing but cycling, I haven't had enough time to actually develop other skills and other passions and interests. So at the moment, I'm realizing I want to kind of shift my mindset a bit, and my mindset has shifted in a way that I now see bikes more as a mode of transport rather than just the sport itself. Because the sport itself of cycling is endless. You can keep competing against your version of yourself, your ego, or, okay, this is kind of a weird way of putting it, but I do see that cyclists, we are driven by our own desires and our own goals. Like, you can set 100 kilometers and then you want the next one, you know? I love how far I've been able to push my body. Like, cycling 300 kilometers in a day was amazing. It was a truly amazing experience. But I now want to be able to do a little bit more than just this. Cycling is amazing. There's a lot more to life and the world than just this. So I feel that I want to be able to express my hobbies and passion of bikes and cycling on this channel, but I've created this new channel to express my filmmaking and photography needs. Because stories, I've now realized how important they are. They literally drive your dreams. When you hear someone saying about their story about riding across the Nullarbor or traveling on a boat around the world on their own, and there's this sudden spark in your mind, like, maybe I could do that. I'm still developing it. I'm not even 21 yet, and I feel like I'm still barely at the tip of the iceberg of my life. I feel like there's a lot more to discover, and and filmmaking is something I'm very passionate for. I've been watching films and making films since I was maybe even 5 or 6, because I used to make these films on my iMac, my old iMac, which was hand-me-down from my father. There's so many journeys I could explain in this video, so I hope I'm not getting a bit too lengthy in the video. Okay, to stay on point, my third point is that my new business is called One Good Production. I will leave a link up here, an iCard, or up here, or down there, or somewhere. It's a link to my website or YouTube videos showcasing other people's stories. Passions are like chapters in a book, I think. They are also twisting and developing over time. And I wrote a whole blog about it on my Facebook account. It's titled My Quick 5-Year Summary or something like that. So I've already covered like point 4, which is about adventures that I want to share on this YouTube channel, and it is still kind of a bit foggy. So point 5 is going to be about a new web series that I want to post on this channel or maybe my other channel. And it's going to be about dreams that I had when I was a child or when I was traveling, and dreams that became reality for me. So hopefully you'll be still interested to follow my journeys and other passions. I will leave links down below to actually 2 other channels. One, which is the new one I was mentioning, One Good Production. The other channel, it's about technology, and I used to be into games. I used to play video games a lot. So I could even make a story about how I transitioned from playing video games to cycling around the world, which is kind of an interesting topic and story. So yeah, that's it. I hope that makes sense. It's just me sharing a bit of my thoughts and my story on the internet. And that's essentially what this was in the beginning all about. It was just sharing my story, really. That's all it was. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Check out those other 3 channels, and I'll see you in the next video.